Good morning. Welcome. It is a beautiful day today, and I wanted to touch base with everyone. I've been gone from video live streams for a while, a couple weeks at the least. It may have been 2, 3 weeks. And you may have noticed that our YouTube channel, we removed a bunch or hid a bunch of the videos because we are redoing everything right now. So, kind of gonna be in the resetting journey. But I want to share with you where I've been to. Where I've been to a certain extent, because we just got done with our Charm Life retreat, our first ever in person retreat. Everybody flew in, came in, went Friday night. The retreat officially kicked off Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Here in San Antonio, and then everyone left yesterday. Woke up at 4 a.m. to get the first girl off to the airport, and then the other two left a couple hours later. So I was super tired because we were running high frequencies. And I thought I'd share some of it with you and see, kind of let you know where we're going from here, because so much happened this weekend. And for any of you that run energy, hi Valkyrie, hi Andrea, hi Leanne. For any of you that do energy healing or energy work, you may or may not understand this, and I want to clear some things up. We did a lot of sharing and talking about some things, and the days prior to our retreat, and we did not have an agenda. I mean, I had a few things that I told them I would do for each, because it was a small group of 4 women. For each person, once a day, I did a hypnosis regression and took them back to their point of creation. I took them back to source. And from there, we went forward to a couple of lives that were important, and locking in patterns into this life, and then connected to their oversoul, their higher self, and had a conversation, which was amazing. We got to meet the higher self. And in each one of these, except for Megan was the first night, Friday, so not everybody was there yet. But for everybody else's, the girl sat in and watched how it was done, listened, and I do it differently than a lot of people, but some powerful, life-changing things happened in those sessions. And then I taught them my healing modality, Sarvatva. So up to the retreat, one of the girls was asking about Reiki. Now, I've never trained in Reiki. I've had it done, but it wasn't much of anything for me. And I've always had a little bit of a resistance towards Reiki. Spirit's always told me, like, it's not the purest of energy forms when it comes to healing. And they've taught me how to do my modality, what's called Sarvatva, from the purest form. And I've only ever taught Angela how to do it. I've run it on many people without naming it for them. But a few years ago, I did actually trademark the name. So this is the first time I've actually officially trained up 4 women in Sarvatva. And I don't have all the certifications stuff. Like, all of that is not necessary, although some point in the future, it's looking like I may do some live stuff and train. It's got to be done in person. Like, in order for you to feel it at its peak and really experience what it is for me to run this and you to run this, like, it's got to be done in person. So we may be doing that in the future. So that's something I wanted you guys to know. But right up till the retreat, one of the girls had shared a video with me, and she said, I'm trained in Reiki. I've always had an issue with it. And we'll share some stuff later about it, but there was always something funky with it. And so when they stepped into Sarvatva and the energies of the Sarvatva healing, it was phenomenal. And everybody felt it. Everybody was able to work with it. Didn't take rocket science. And one of the girls had never done energy healing, right? She's fairly new to Charm Life and fairly new to her spiritual path, like really understanding who she is, what her gifts are, how to work in her gifts. She was a little afraid of her gifts. She was able to unlock her energy, and flow it. So it's freaking amazing. It was amazing, amazing. So many things happened over the weekend. I wanted to make it as experiential as possible. So we went to San Antonio and left the protection of a grid I set on the house that we did the retreat at. And it's a very different energy. And from there, things started to happen and open up. And then we went ghost hunting. I knew of a place that me and Bella have been, the Comanche Lookout Point, that is very haunted. We went there because I wanted them to experience what it's like to stand in your power and not be afraid of what's happening. And a lot happened. A lot happened. And I taught them the rules of doing it properly so that you're not bringing anything home. You're not pissing off any ghosts. You're not provoking anything. And it was fun. It was really a lot of fun. We stayed up till at least 11 at the house. And then I came home and I didn't get any sleep. Like yesterday, I was just toast. I'm trying to think what else we did. Oh, taught them how to imprint and activate new beliefs into the subconscious, and how to test for all of that within themselves. Like we put that all in. We went to the river and had dragonflies landing on us, and deer showed up, and a white duck came right up to us. Of all the people at the river, came right up to us and was playing. This is so flippin' amazing during the time of the full moon, both nights, Sunday night and Monday night, and the energies were just cranked. We got to cook together, eat together, love one another. I wish everybody could have come, but it was perfect exactly the way it was. Funny enough, my recording equipment, I had my video camera and my microphone battery was dead. So they recorded a bunch of testimonials. That didn't take. The energy work while it recorded the video, no audio. So it was kind of a mess, but it's just something I've gotten used to through the years. Like this stuff happens. I drain out different batteries. And when you're running energies that high, it will happen. When you're running energies that high, and this is a reminder to the ladies, but any of you that work in energy, one of the things you have to be prepared for, and this happened on the first day and just continued to happen, the energy frequency is so much higher than what we're used to living in on a daily basis. You dehydrate, right? And I mean, I was channeling the entire time. So I was dehydrated and I could not drink enough. But what was interesting is you heal, and put it in the comments if this has happened to you when you've had a session with someone. When you go through a healing, an emotional release, you're taking away blockages, your mind is shifting, the body kicks in to detox all of the stuff that it's letting go of. And every one of us, including me, our detox mechanisms of our body, without getting too graphic, were on high crank. Like everybody was detoxing. It was very interesting. And one of the people was, she had a lot of stuff from past, and we pulled it up during her regression. But we were able to finally free her from it and release it. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful how it worked. So I'm very excited for what's to come. We are probably going to be doing, once a year, a retreat. And I've got these 4 ladies, the anchor ladies. Andrea is saying, yeah, I've had it happen. It's crazy when it happens. Yeah. We were all like, oh my God. Like, so much was clearing out of everybody's body physically, but emotionally, mentally, everything was just shifting. It was such an amazing weekend. We went to my pool at my clubhouse and just sat around, and that was fun. And we didn't want it to end. It was such a loving, full experience. We did not want it to end, but we all had to go back to our lives. We created connections that will last a lifetime. Not that Charm Life doesn't do that, but this is a whole other level when you're in person, right? It's so much different. So we will be doing a live Charm Life event, a 3-day take you through Charm Life, the basics, sometime in 2023. And then We will open the retreat for the Charm Life Masters to join next year. I have a feeling after what everybody experienced, everybody's going to want to come. So it's going to be a much bigger retreat, but I've got 4 anchor ladies, foundation ladies that can help hold the energy. They're like, we have to keep doing this, and we'll do whatever we have to facilitate if more people come. So that's in the future. But to let you guys know, like, we're Mandy and I are redoing the entire portal on Charm Life. We have been since last week. We are redoing the website. That's coming. You're going to see a lot of changes, and I'm not going to be on live stream quite as much. We're probably going to just put up video. So I don't want anyone to think like I'm just disappearing. It's just I have to make the best use of my time. I am still offering one-on-one, but at a much more, how do I put this? It's for people who really are committed to change. I'm doing packages. If someone I've worked with in the past needs a tune-up, definitely will book a session, but you won't find the links on my website. And if you do, it's limited to what you can see. And if you book a 15-minute help pick your session, kind of what do you need and how we can work together. If you book a call like that and you miss it, and I had someone miss 2 in a row, I will not book another call with you. Every time you try and book in, I'll cancel it. Like, my time is precious to me. And we're at a time right now, and Spirit made it abundantly clear, especially this weekend. We're at a time right now where we all need to change. We all need to raise our energy up. We need to hold it at a much higher frequency. And the energy is available for you to heal and to change like that if you have the tools and you work with someone who can guide you through the knowledge of self. You know, the only thing holding you back is you. It isn't things that have happened. It's your attachment or the story to things that have happened. It's your misperception, your misalignment. It's your judgment to the things that have happened in your past. And once you can heal those things, you can be on the path of the now moment, moving forward into the future with serious power. You are all, the one thing that came through every single person, every regression we did, every single higher self, all the ladies' higher selves, what they all wanted to know, what's my spiritual gifts? And their higher self said to each one of them in their own special, powerful way, you all have gifts. You all have gifts. Which gifts do you want to access? You all have them. And the other thing they said when they asked, what's my purpose? Every single one of them were told your purpose on earth in this lifetime is to love, to be love. And that's the prime thing I teach everyone in Charm Life, like, be love, be that energy, stand there, not fear. Because when you're in fear, it's the opposite frequency. It's the lower frequency. I had one of my Charm Life Masters a couple weeks ago say to me, well, I was being love all weekend. And it was draining. If it's draining, you're not being love. You're trying to do love. You're trying to demonstrate love by doing things, by producing things. You guys know what I mean by that? I'm sure y'all have experienced it, right? You think, well, love would do this for that person and do that for that person. No, just being love, demonstrating love, showing love, being supportive and in that energy of love does not require you to do. That is man-made. That is ego-based, and that is very fear-based. And when you're coming from love, you don't have to do a lot. And when you're flowing in love, which is the highest frequency in the entire universe, it energizes. It doesn't drain. So if you become drained, know that you're doing something you're not being, or you're being something other than love. And that is when the ego kicks in. You know, we do things and we're like, well, it's not appreciated. They didn't acknowledge it. That's because you're doing it. You're not being it. Totally different, you know? So many questions have come up about that. And one of the things that was so funny, we went to breakfast. Megan and Lisa and I went to breakfast after we dropped Sandy off at the airport. They had me for a couple hours to themselves. And all weekend during the retreat, you know, I taught like, and as insights were happening and rapid insights happening, light bulbs going off, and these ladies' minds just expanded, their understanding and knowing expanded. They'd ask questions. And the one thing I was telling them, if you guys knew, when I've asked you, if you could sit down with me, what would you ask? People put in the comments like I'm going to do a reading for them. Well, I want to know about this or that, some temporary, nonsensical, doesn't even have any weight question. I do really well flowing answers straight from source energy. I'm really good at just connecting to the field of infinite wisdom. So when you ask a question that is pivotal, foundational knowledge for you to connect to your highest level, that's when you're going to get answers that will change your life. That's when you're going to get the understandings that you've been chasing after in all the different studies of ancient texts and studying energy and studying metaphysics and studying all these things. When I ask on a post, what questions do you have for me? That's when everything changes. That's why our coaching is so powerful, because people can ask live and I will answer. And I'm connecting to source. And it was so funny. I was telling them, like, people always ask me, I can't tell when you're channeling. And I'm like, you guys got to assume that I'm channeling all the time. Just assume it. My face doesn't change. My voice doesn't change. But there's a frequency change when information's coming through. And it's so much higher frequency that if you allow yourself to connect to it, you're going to be able to tell. So in the future, if you see a post go up on this page and I'm like, what would you ask me? What would you ask Spirit if you could get that answer that would change your life? Not when am I going to meet my soulmate? When this, when that, how this, how that. Like, you look for the knowledge that's going to shift your understanding and put you at a much higher place. When you see those posts, write a question that if you could sit down with Spirit, if you could connect to your higher self, if you could have lunch with Father, Mother, God, what would that question be that would make your understanding here shift enough for you to have a happy, fulfilled, powerful, abundant life? That's what I've been trying to get everybody to kind of engage with me at, because that's where it becomes fun for me. And I get to learn and I get to expand. The more people ask me these deep probing questions we seek throughout our lifetimes, the answers come through me, because as I explained to the ladies, you're just a hose. You're a water hose, right? There's nothing glorified about it. You're humble, you're connected, you hold that hose, you be the hose without any blockages, any cramps, any ego, any fear, and source energy is the water flowing through. You are just the hose. That's it. And when we come from there in our work as spiritual healers and teachers and just out into the world, knowing that this vehicle is a hose, it's a vehicle for source energy. My job is to keep it clean, not dirty. My job is to not have holes where the energy is leaking out. My job is to get all puffed up about it. Just pure energy, not make it difficult. There's nothing difficult or ritualized about turning on the hose and watering the garden, is there? And that's the one thing that the ladies were surprised. There's no symbols to put in when we do Sarvatva healing. It's pure. And if you think about Jesus and the way he healed, he didn't do anything fancy. He connected. That's all he did. And then he imparted the energy. And the way that I run Sarvatva, it is like that. Yes, there's a little bit of a setup and a protocol to flow and that we do to really tune into what's going on with the individual that's receiving it. But it isn't all ritualized. It is not difficult. Once you get it, you feel it, you understand what you're connecting to, super easy to flow it. We're not doing all these little symbols and all these steps and all this. No, you're just the hose. So in the future, I will be teaching Sarvatva healing, but it is going to be in person. So if you're wanting to learn it, you're going to have to come to me, or we'll see as things open up more and more, the possibilities of traveling around and doing that. I am a little torn, to be honest, because I've been very protective about this mode of healing for this reason. I don't want it to become like Reiki, where it's a telephone game. The original teacher that received the information and the download then teaches other people, and it loses its potency. And I'm not saying like I believe or don't. I'm not a Reiki fan, just saying. But there's a lot of healings that I see, like energy workers that I see, and it loses its potency because it moved away from the originator of the system, the methodology, and you lose pieces of it. So I'm protective over it. I want people to run Sarvatha that understand when I say you've got to close all of your openings. You've got to be connected. You need to know yourself and know your weaknesses and be able to remove your own blocks so that there is nothing crimping that hose and your ego is not interfering with that energy as it's coming through because it's going into somebody else. I'm protective about it. So I'm not sure how we're going to set up that process. I will not teach just anybody. And my girls that now know it know damn well, do not teach this to just anybody. Like that's not okay. Yeah, we'll see where this goes. This is interesting. This just shifted us into this whole other place of where we're heading with all of the teachings and all of the energies. And like I said, you're going to see a lot on the channel on Facebook and on YouTube of video clips. I'll still be putting out content once we get everything cleaned up and relabeled, but I doubt I'll be on live quite as much because it's just I've got to concentrate my energy now, and I've been resetting and I've been doing a lot of work on all of this shifting the way that we're doing things. That's why I've been gone. But I am available. If you do need to reach me, you can go to the website and contact me. Charm Life, and here's the news. If you want to do Charm Life, you want total life transformation, or you want to transform one area of your life, the way that we're setting up Charm Life, you can either enter in for 1 year. If I approve your application, you can come and commit to 1 year. Your entire life's going to change. Or you can start with 12 weeks and change one area of your life, one main pillar, relationship. And that's intimate partnership, family relationship with self and coworkers, all that. Money, career, right? That's one other pillar of life. Health, big, huge pillar. Spirituality, and then obviously yourself, your connection. If any place of those that you think, okay, if I change this one area, all these other areas will change. We're going to open Charm Life up in the next month for 12 weeks. And it will always be open. Like you can join anytime. I'm not like doing this where you can only join once every quarter. No, you can join at any time, that 12-week program. And then if you decide after 12 weeks, you got such great results, you want to join us for a year, we'll discuss that at the end of your 12 weeks. If you don't sign up for a year at the beginning, that's what's happening. That's where I'm focusing right now. I think it's the most important work that we can be doing right now. Of course, I'm going to be doing some master classes, some coaching stuff as well. And if you want to join Hidden Wisdom, I do a monthly coaching in there, and it's very inexpensive to join. So for those of you that are like, I can't afford to work with her that way, or what, you can in Hidden Wisdom. So join Hidden Wisdom. And if you don't have the link for that, search down on the page here, or go to my website and reach out on Messenger, and I'll send the link for you to sign up. I realize that like it's hard to find certain things now that were available on the website. We've hidden everything that's unimportant right now as we redo everything. And I am wanting to create shifts and change rapidly with people because it's absolutely necessary. We've got to get out of fear. We've got to get out of grief. We've got to stop telling the story. We have to release all of these attachments. People's bodies need to heal. Health is a big issue right now that's holding people down, and your health doesn't have to affect you in a negative way. And health issues that you've had for years can absolutely miraculously clear when you get your thoughts straight your belief shifted, right? Change the emotions, clear the emotions without being re-traumatized, without spending years and years in therapy. You can do it and then connect to a much higher place, come from a higher place. Life instantly reshuffles. The universe instantly conspires to change what you're seeing, because everything out in life is a reflection. That's one of the things that one of the participants begs is like, oh my God, this reminds me. There was a certain communication we were having, a talk we were having. And she was like, this reminds me of that last scene in The Matrix where he recognizes it's all an illusion and they're flying bullets at him. And he steps into his power and they all drop. Right. And that's the power and the understanding that I teach. It's like, you are it. This is an illusion, but your understanding has to go there so that the illusion can fall. And now you're standing in power. And all of the stuff that you thought was coming after you was a problem for you. It just drops away and your energy rises above it. Are the coaching sessions from Hidden Wisdom at the same time as Charm Life coaching sessions? No. What do you mean? Hidden Wisdom's coaching once a month is the third Wednesday of every month at noon Pacific. So it's the third Wednesday. This month it's the 19th at 12 p.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Mountain, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. So do the reconfiguration on that. Once you join Hidden Wisdom, you can access all the stuff I've taught in there about tarot, numerology. The gene keys are in there. There's like so much wisdom in there, and it's $40 a month to have access to all of that and all the past coachings and monthly forecasts and all of that. Like, it's really inexpensive to participate in that. And even if you don't attend live, the live coaching sessions during that third Wednesday, stuff comes through that is going to touch you, heal you, push you, open you up. So you are welcome to join Hidden Wisdom. I am wanting very much to be of service to those who are committed to shift, which is part of the reason I'm just, I have wrestled with this. I've been on live a lot and I'm still going to do lives, but you may only see me live once a month. You may only see me live every now and then. We'll put up content and we are working on that, Mandy and I, but there's so much energy I have. And a lot is happening behind the scenes in my business as far as working with people one-on-one privately in packages for a month to 3 months and 6 months. And then our Charm Life stuff is the primary focus. They get a big chunk of me. I will be teaching more classes in the upcoming 2023 year. But as we finish out 2022, the main focus is Charm Life. That's what I'm doing. And then my private clientele. But I only have so much energy. And those sessions private are, for some people, out of reach, right? For people that want to take their life to the next level and they're already successful, but they don't feel happy. If you are a business owner, an entrepreneur, an executive in your life, but something's missing, or I'm just not happy, like I'm grouchy, I don't have connected relationships, I don't have that feeling that everything is in its proper place. I'm not at peace. My mind's not at peace. I have massive anxiety, even though I have success. Then get in touch with me, because we can get you on the path of entering into flow state all the time with all of your stuff and remove the blocks that are keeping you stuck in that lower vibration, right? So, Leanne, you're saying you'd love to join the 12-week or Hidden Wisdom. What is it you want to join? Are you saying Hidden Wisdom? Valkyrie, can you put the link for Hidden Wisdom in the comments, and then I'll come back and pin it? From the website, the link to join Hidden Wisdom. If not, if she can't, I will put it in into the comments later and then pin that comment if you guys want to join with Hidden Wisdom. Charm Life is, you have to do an application process first. I will not let anybody into Charm Life. I've been running Charm Life since 2014. We did the first one live, and then we've done all the rest. You have all of your material, which is vast. I mean, we've been rearranging the coaching videos and categorizing them under different topics for the last week. We have over 200, I can't remember how many videos we have in there right now from coaching and certain topics. I mean, vast spiritual library, vast psychological understanding and emotional clearings and balancing. You have a vast library of tools and understandings and teachings once you're in. That's why I let people come in for a year, and that way they have time to absorb all of it and they don't feel rushed. 12 weeks is a fast process. You'll get through it one time. You may even get through it more than one time. If you're doing it right, though, it'll be one time cleanly, maybe two, but you're not going to be able to do the rest. Like the masters have access to all of the stuff. The 12-week people only have access to the main teachings and the main exercises. And then with me coaching once a week for that 12 weeks. So, and then every other Tuesday, right? You get the 12 weeks access to our masters coaching weekly. And then every other Tuesday we do office hours working on exercises and answering questions. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Well, I will not be enrolling for that for at least another week or two, and I'll come on and let you guys know when it's ready to go, because we are redoing everything right now. That will be available, and now's the time. Now's the time to change your life. Don't wait for tomorrow. Now. Your life is happening right now. One of the things that was really interesting and cool for me to be able to teach, thank you, Valkyrie, for me to be able to teach in the live setting was to show them when they were working with each other's energy fields, because they practice on each other after I showed them how to do it. They practiced with each other, and I walked them through it and checked how they were doing things. One of the things that kept coming through in these healings is the understanding of how energy works from front to back. Everything's a symbol. You know, one of our ladies was very blocked. Her energy flow from front to back, like over her heart especially, was blocked on the back. And they were asking me, well, what does that mean? She hated the past. She hated where she came from. Her like there was some resentment and resistance towards the past and the culture and the beliefs. All of it was moving towards the future, but it was a little too intense moving to the future, chasing after things versus being in the now moment. So we balance for future into the now, like let's stay focused here. But we had to bring the energy and the love, not hatred and fear and resentment and resisting, to the past. Put some energy there, shift the story, the perception, allow the understanding that it brought her to where she is now. We're able to bring balance to the past into the now and into the body. So the energy flow was much better moving into the future, and it wasn't blocking. People don't even realize that they have that, right? Like, and I've worked with her for a long time in Charm Life and whatnot, but it opened their understanding to have me hands-on and showing them, okay, that's what this is. This right here, that feels kind of jagged, that feels a little like broken glass, that's what that is. And this is how you fix it and balance for it and all of that. So I'm looking forward to teaching those who have worked with me, and like, I won't teach Sarvatva to just anyone. Like I said, I need to know you've done your work. I need to know you're walking in the right place, because I don't want this to become like the telephone game and it gets perverted, right? Just don't. I want to keep it clean. There's enough other energy modalities out there, and the stuff works, and it works powerfully, and it works fast. And it's not us. We're just the hose. I just teach how to connect to it the way Spirit taught me. And it's the purest form of energy healing. The girls were saying, like, this is more pure than anything I've ever felt. This is more pure, more powerful. So I'm excited for that. They're, taking it home with them too and sharing it with their loved ones. So anyhow, I got to get to work. It's been days. of being gone. And yesterday I was kind of flat out in bed, dehydrated and unable to focus. I was so tired because I only got a couple hours of sleep Monday night to Tuesday because I had to be at the house by 4:15 to run everyone to the airport. But game on, man. Such an amazing thing. All right. So any questions? Anything? Yeah. If you guys are friends with me on my personal page, we put up a lot of pictures from the weekend and everyone's been putting pictures up and tagging my personal page on it. So excited. Such an amazing time. And I can't wait till next year. But until then, you can join Charm Life and be with me now. Fake. Now. All right. That's my summary for what happened. I promised the Charm Lifers that didn't come that I would come on alive and share what was going on. I mean, there's so much that happened. I can't even get into detail, and I don't want to. Like, I want the ladies who participated to share their experiences because that's the power. Like, yeah, unbelievable. Super cool, super humble, super grateful for Spirit. Amazing time, and I can't wait for next year. I'll see you guys later.